Yo, what's up? So they dropped the version preview and also patch notes. We finally have some of the animations back. So yeah, the resources are coming back to the global server. Now we have animation. So I'm just gonna play it. This is iconic. We've had like several patches with no animation, so I'm not gonna skip this one.
The heavens are superior. The earth is lowly. Movement and rest. Strength and weakness. In the heavens dwell the forms. On earth, they take shape. Thus is the law of change. I've seen it with my own eyes. Yang in the second line. The dragon appears in the field. Yang in the fifth line. It takes flight. Yang at the top. The arrogant dragon has cause to repent. Yang at the beginning. A hidden dragon takes no action. Though I can see what the future brings, we cannot struggle against fate. As long as I don't fight destiny, nothing can stand against me. No rest for the wicked, huh? Alright, let me throw some divining sticks for you.
Alright, that was a pretty cool intro. Yeah, this is Nusi's brother. He's a support wind type. I'll take a look at what he does in the patch notes, but yeah, he looks pretty cool. We also have a new 4-star Shimmer Fighter. Okay, new skins for Clara and TA. Okay, we finally have a event themed. So this is finally back. We've had like I think 3 or 4 patches without any new events. And okay, the new 4-star is going to be free from the event. Okay, there's a new event, Lunar Feast. Invite friends old and new to a delicious meal and celebrate the Lunar New Year. I guess this is kind of like a returning event where if you can invite more players to play the game, and then you get rewards based on that, right? Take a look at this one. Trophies rewards claim 0 out of 14. I guess for players that use your code or something like that, you can get free rewards based on that. Yeah, I don't particularly like this kind of events because if you can't find like players to log into the game, you don't really get the rewards. Or if you want to try hard, you can make new accounts to play the game for a bit and then you get the rewards like that. Again, this type of rewards I don't really like because the rewards are tied to how many players that you can bring back to the game or bring into the game. If I think this is going to be like using your code or something like that. They'll give you a code to your account, and then if that player uses your code, they get rewards, you also get rewards. I think that's how it works. Okay, prizes galore. Take part in the prize galore draw to win the TA skin. Okay, TA skin, I don't think it's free. Drawing prizes can be, yeah, I don't think it's free. You have to luck out and get the TA skin. It says right here 0.8% chance to get the grand prize. Oh no, maybe it does go up to 100% once you get to a certain number of draws. So yeah, it's a free skin. I guess it's a free skin. We'll take a look at the patch notes after this. Okay, alright, we finally got the animations back. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the patch notes real quick. So Feng Shun or Fousi is an offensive support who can provide all allies with different buffs over time. He can enhance all allies using his zone, amplifying ally basic abilities. Ability 1 is Draconic Roar, deals damage to one enemy based on his attack and max HP. Recovers HP for the ally with the lowest HP percentage. While Marsh Wind is in effect, guaranteed to land a critical hit. Okay. Ability 2, Chakra Strike, deals damage to all enemy based on his attack and max HP, inflicts defense down. That's already very good. AoE defense down. While Marsh Wind is in effect, guaranteed to land a critical hit. Each time after dealing damage, deals extra damage based on his maximum HP again. So it's gonna be a max HP scaling support. Ability 3 is activates the Marsh wind zones for several turns, gains several stacks of Far Journey, performs a pursuit attack with Chakra Strike. Pursuit attack, Chakra Strike is his ability 2, so he has a pursuit attack with his S3 that provides defense down, because this is also it pursues with his second skill, which does defense down. And then passive, all ally gains Heaven's Wheel, so he already has 3 buffs with his kit. Heaven's Wheel at the start of a round. Marsh Wind is undispellable, recovers HP when allies are dealing damage, so lifesteal. Allies basic attack deals extra damage. Okay, so he's gonna pair up very well with units that can spam S1. So not Nusi, the Liam is gonna be very good, and then some other units like maybe even Embla, because Embla does spam the S1 quite a bit, or even Brewster. While Marshwind is in effect, after an ally casts their basic ability, consume several stacks to perform a pursuit attack with Draconic Roar, S1. So, okay, he's gonna be spamming his S1 quite a bit. We'll see how his scaling is, but he does look like pretty good for PvE purposes. If he's doing this amount of buffs and also pursuing this much, he could be really good, and also a very good DPS as well. Heaven's Wheel, undispellable, the carrier gains a random bonus when casting abilities. If the ability is a basic ability, Feng Shun gains 1 stack of Far Journey, not triggered by counter attacks. Okay, it doesn't say from pursuit, so I think Brewster's should work. And then Far Journey is undispellable when an ally is inflicted with stun or sleep, consumes several stacks of Far Journey to dispel the afflicted effect, maximum 8 stacks. Okay, the way that you can get this Far Journey is from casting the S3, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, gain several stacks of Far Journey. Okay, and then the random bonus is attack up, speed up, or crit damage up. He looks really good, he looks really solid for PvE and even PvP as well, because if you can move first and you apply this Far Journey to yourself, then your entire team gets a kind of like immunity to stun and sleep. It kind of counters Hilda in a way, because if you get stunned or slept, it will just consume 1 stack and then you can get your turn, right? Yeah, he looks pretty good for PvE and PvP as well. Resonance is grants all random bonus to all allies, increases all allies AP. Okay. And then R4 is when attacking, okay, damage plus 15%. If this ability, 1 harmony, that's his S3. If this ability is not on cooldown at the start of his turn, dispel all his debuff and grants a shield. He will guaranteed get to move if you have him at R6, even if he is stunned or whatever, as long as it is not on cooldown. So he kind of counters Hilda, R6 Hilda in a way, because with R6 Hilda, people do sometimes run R6 Hilda in a tank team, and if you don't have your fastest unit on the immunity set, they will just go to sleep, right? But with this guy, you can make him the fastest in the team, and if you have him at R6, he will cast his S3, and then your entire team will kind of like become unable to be slapped by Hilda, because he will gain this several stacks of stuff, and then whenever your ally gets slapped, he will just consume 1 of them to get them out of sleep or stun status. Yeah, he looks really good. His R6 is mostly for PvP, I would say, and his R2, it depends on how much the ally AP increase. He could be really good as well for the R2, but even without those resonance, I think his R0 should have some really good place for PvE high scoring teams, because he does pursuit with his S1 quite a fair bit, and he provides a damage increase on allies basic ability, which is very good for Brewster, very good for Embla, very good for Liam and stuff like that. And then the 4-star is capable of countering frequent enemy healings and inflicting substantial damage. Ability 1 deals damage to one enemy based on her attack and inflicts buff block. Ascension is if the enemy has Promise Breaker, Yalina gains attack up and crit rate up before attacking. Okay. Ability 2 Pinky Promise passive inflicts 1 stack of Promise Break on the enemies whenever they receive healing. If Promise Breaker stacks exceed a specific amount, Yalina performs a pursuit attack on all enemies with Dolly Destruction, triggers up to once per turn. Okay, so Promise Breaker is amplifies damage taken, reduces crit rate when attacking Yalina, randomly dispels the carrier's buffs at the end of a turn. At the end of a turn, depending on how this is worded, if it's any turn, like even if you move and then you end the turn and then they remove the buff, then this could be really strong. But if it's just removing one buff at the end of the carrier's turn, it's not really that strong. Ability 3 deals damage to all enemies based on attack. Each hit has a chance of inflicting bleed. Ignores some defense based on the number of targets bleed stacks. Depending on how much stack you need to land this Promise Breaker, she could be a good counter to heal comps, but she doesn't really, reduce the amount of healing the enemies do. So I don't know how she's gonna counter bleed all that much, healing all that much. Her R2 is when the target's HP is below 50%, damage is plus 12%. R4 is for every enemy this Esper kills, crit damage plus 12%, maximum of 36%, effective in subsequent rounds. R6 is a new effect has been added to Pinky Promise when an Esper falls. Wait, Pinky Promise is her ability 2. Yalina dispels all her debuffs and recovers HP. Okay. If the fallen Esper is an enemy afflicted with Pinky Promise, or not Pinky Promise, is this one, right? Promise Breaker. Pinky Promise is the name of the skill. So, little typo there. Yalina transfers Promise Breaker to another enemy. Okay. Depending on how strong this Promise Breaker really is, but looking at it, it doesn't really seem all that strong. It amplifies damage taken. Depending on how much damage taken they amplify, this could be really strong or really underwhelming. Reduces crit rate. If it's like 100%, this could be really strong. And randomly dispels carries buff at the end of a turn. Again, this is wording. If it's at the end of any turn, this is really strong. But if it's at the end of just the carrier's turn, it's not really that strong. Yeah, she's gonna be free. Okay, Clara's skin is going to be free from this Passions and Ideals. So right here it does say collect the designated number of chocolates to obtain gold records, blah blah blah, and also Clara's skin. So both of the skins should be free. Okay, this is the returning player or new player event, where if you invite 12 Espers, I don't know if this is like real players or just 12 Espers that is in the game. Hopefully it's in the game. Trying to find 12 Espers, 12 new players. It's kind of hard if no one wants to play the game. Even if you invite them. So if you manage to fulfill the invitation requirements of each Esper to, I think this is not really a invitation event. It's more like you invite Espers in the game, and then you do their missions, and then you get stuff like the 2024 Avatar Year of the Dragon frame, and then also Ripple Op boxes. Very nice. There's also going to be this Animal Raid packet. It will unlock over time once the Spring Festival begins, and each of this packet contains greeting related to Zodiac animal. And if you open them, there's a random rewards like gold records, Nexus crystals, Experiment and stuff. Huron box is also going to be back. Golden City Challenge is also going to be back. Alice Magic Hut also. Okay, X Invasion. Let's see if they teased anything. Huge number of players can reduce their crisis points by defeating the bosses in the event. This is going to be the pre-event for Celestial Anomaly. I think it's going to be an AFK event where you just deploy Espers and then they will do everything for you. Prizes galore. I think this one is the, let's check which one is it. Okay, this is the prizes galore. Okay, this one is the TA skin, and by the looks of it, I don't think TA is going to be a free skin. You have to get lucky or you have to buy packs. So with this one, you can see purchase specific packs in the plaza to acquire lucky tags. So with this lucky tags, you use this lucky tags to draw in the event. So with that being said, since you can purchase the lucky tags, I don't think TA is going to be fully free. You either get lucky and get the TA percentage probability to get her to increase by, you know, getting the free ones, or if you didn't get lucky, then you have to purchase. It's okay, it's just skins after all. Skins don't really add anything to the game. If you want the skin, then you can buy it. If you don't want the skin, then you can just leave it alone, right? It's a free revenue for the game. I don't really care about it too much, so yeah, it's nice. It's a good event. Limited time echo is going to be for Fousi, Javid, and Gabriel. Okay, limited time probability echo shimmer lasts 21 days. Oh, okay, they're doing this again, so you can pick any shimmer to rate up. This is very good. I always said in the suggestions to let us pick whatever shimmer Esper that we want, because waiting for a specific shimmer rate up can be really tedious and boring. Right now, I can go for any unit that I want, any shimmer that I want, without saving my shimmer records for like 6 months, right? So this is very good. Okay, so some changes right here. In the limited time pool, okay, it's this one. And the resonance pool. The resonance pool is the 3 that you can pick up. Drawing Espers consumes resonance stones if you already have Espers. You can also exchange wish stones for resonance stones. So I think this is going to be this is going to be a new thing, which I think will cost less than 100 wish stones to get the resonance stones. So the resonance pool, I think, is going to be unchanged. You will still have to gamble 1 in 3 to get the unit that you want, but this time around, instead of using wish stones, you will instead use resonance stone. Okay, I guess they're trying to lower the wish stones consumption when you want to go for the resonance pool. So if you want to go for the resonance pool, you exchange your wish stones, which I think is going to be less than 100, because otherwise there's no point in adding this resonance stone. It's going to be less than 100, and then you can use the resonance stones to summon in the resonance pool. It's still going to be random, I think 1 in 3. So yeah, the resonance pool is still not going to be that good to try your luck in if you want a specific unit. System improvements: adjusted some Esper's challenge missions for the PoE. Lowered difficulty, okay, that's nice. Improve the swift space, okay, whatever. Swift space, whatever. Rival rune improvements: improve rival rune graphic, okay. The upgrade and boost screens for okay, players must upgrade their rival rune to the maximum before unlocking the boost screen. Okay, the boost screen was locked. You can go to the boost screen, but it was locked. You cannot boost the rival rune if you don't have it maxed out. Now they will just lock the boost screen and you cannot go to the boost screen. Players can tap and view single rune after the update. Improved transitions and interactions between the, okay. Added more material consumption for, okay, that's nice. Very good. They're adding more ways to get the strong stones out boxes. Very good. Increase the starting tier points for knockout. Alright. Event backtrack will be unlocked for Javid. Improve added Chinese voiceover. Okay, cool. Divinate effect improvements as follows. Adjusted the effects of Unas. Okay. All at the end of the barrier's turn has a chance of granting one random ally speed up for 1 turn. New, okay, this is the same. At the start of a round has a chance of granting the barrier immunity for 1 turn. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't think this is going to be the same as immunity runes, so he's not going to be on, I don't know, I'm not too sure if he's on the immunity runes, to be honest with you. I don't have him in my account, so I don't know if the rival runes give him the immunity runes or not. But if it doesn't, then this could be very, very good for you, because he is the second fastest unit in the game besides Tolan. Tolan is the fastest, but with this buff, it helps him to not be slapped by R6 Hildas all that much. So if you can get the start immunity at the start of turn, then he kind of counters R6 Hilda in knockout and beat bout. Not so much in point war, because in point war you can equip the immunity runes just straight up, right? But in those two game modes, this start of turn immunity does help you quite a fair bit. Just a slight boost, not really all that much. Let's take a look. Adjusted the effects of Bonnie. Old is when the barrier speed is above the target, the misfortune final damage increases. When this part is the same. At the start of a round, chance, she gets the same effects as Unas. Again, I think she's really fast with the rival runes, so this could be really good. When you gain immunity, especially with Bonnie, right? Gaining immunity turn 1 with Bonnie is really huge, because she also strips buff and cooldown increase. So if you're facing off against R6 Hilda, you can use her to counter R6 Hilda to remove her stack of buff that she puts everyone to sleep, right? That way, your entire team, without even running an immunity provider, can go up against an R6 Hilda, as long as your Bonnie is the fastest in the team with the rival runes. So if she moves first, she removes the buff from Hilda, and then Hilda can no longer put your units to sleep. So this is a good buff. Again, especially with the rival runes, I'm pretty sure she's like a really fast unit in beat bout and knockout. And that's about it. So pretty massive update with a lot of not really playable content, but there's a lot of free stuff. I think most of this are just AFK and daily events, but most of them give a lot of rewards. The new units look really good. Not so much for Yalina. She's a bit weird. That, you know, needs bleed. She needs bleed to do her damage. Oh wait, I'm blind. Each hit has a chance of inflicting bleed. Okay, so she does provide bleed for herself, but her kit is kind of weird. We need to see her multipliers to really see if she's really good or not. But Fousi looks absolutely cracked for PvE, because he does increase the allies' basic attacks, and he provides a lot of buffs. And even in PvP, as long as you can move first to provide to use the S3, then your entire team becomes immune to stuns and sleep for, you know, how many stacks that he gives himself. But yeah, that's about it. Pretty cool update. It was maybe worth the wait. I don't know, but we'll have to see. That's about it. Ciao.